Alright guys, it's never too soon to start stressing about Christmas. That's what I always say. I didn't get you. Alright, I'm going into my new video location. Trying to have the kids not find me. It's been another crazy day, folks. I'm doing really well with keeping the house more organized. We're not done decorating, but we're getting there. And if Mr. F can help me, I would really like to. I wasn't going to go in this direction. I was going to sit down and I completely started a different conversation, but my goal is this. I would, in terms of how we do our week, I think everyone knows that baby's out of her mind. It's very hard for me to get anything done, and if the house isn't organized at the start of the day, it will just go downhill. Like, I cannot keep up. She's like a tornado. I mean, any of you with kids probably have a kid who's like that, you know, just a very, very active, destructive, you know, physical kid. She experiences her world physically. So, it's a nightmare. And while in many ways I feel like I'm finally getting over myself with whatever my own psychological issues are against, you know, some of it, this is like for a deeper conversation on a different day, has to do with my identity as being a stay-at-home mom and having resentment about what all of that means. You know, being raised in the era that I was raised in, I think there are a lot of people who, there's different people who have different feelings about it, but if you're me and you know, had every kind of opportunity and educational opportunity and, you know, are highly educated and all of that, and you choose to stay home, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of raised to feel like, yeah, I will choose to stay home and that's what I want to do, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do your laundry. You know what I mean? It's just, I know some people feel this way, and some people don't. You know, some people were raised in families or mothers who are more traditional, and they probably don't have those feelings, but for me, I strongly have those feelings bred in me, and so, while I know how crazy it is, and I really get that more traditional people probably don't understand it, it is just something I struggle with, and so sometimes around the house I will do everything I do, but I don't do Mr. F's laundry, you know, like, and would refuse to do it on principle that I'm not his slave. Those are the things. Even though I realize he goes to work and makes money that supports the house, and so obviously he's sharing his work, it's just an issue, people. It's just an issue, and it is hard for me, and I work on it, and this week I did his laundry, so, you know, I am making progress, and I'm moving forward, and I'm getting to a place where I can try to do that, but I think a lot of it is just a resistance to be painted into a box, or to have people, you know, think that you're, you know, some kind of submissive housewife. You know, it's just part of my acting out. So, that was not where I was going, but I do feel like that is a message that should be said, because I think a lot of people of my age group probably relate to what I'm saying. And, and I do know some people, you know, who wouldn't want to stay home because you don't want to have to take on all of that. So, fortunately, I'm married to someone who, you know, buys into it like I do and doesn't think I should have to. So anyway, but I'm moving forward. I'm trying to do more, and I will say it's getting easier for me, even though baby's out of her mind. I am learning this house is easier to function in. Props to the one-floor house, people. If you ever have the opportunity to move and you look into it, it is so much easier to maintain one floor, even though the house is the same size, than 2 floors. And it just functions better, and because the place for everything is always close by, instead of having to go. I mean, before I would do the laundry in the basement and have to take clothes up to the, you know, 2 flights of stairs. I mean, that stuff, all that made laundry more of a hassle. It's right there in my kitchen. It's so much easier. So, also to people who always wondered why it was hard for me to do laundry every day, well, when you have to go like that, it's hard. So now that it's just one in the same room. Easy. Totally into the 1-floor house. I don't know if I'd ever want 2 floors again. The only thing I would want on the 2nd floor would be like a guest room or something that you would not really be living in all the time anyway. Alright. At this age, with these kids, maybe when they're older, I would want them on a different floor. I'll say that. Okay. Now I don't know. I just went on such a tangent. Alright. Briefly, compacting Christmas. Did I even get into that yet? I'm getting back to it. Compacting Christmas. I'm so glad I started the compact before Christmas, people. It's really helping me stay focused. Here's my plan. Up until this point, I have a lot of siblings. Mr. F has siblings. We have many sets of parents because my parents are multiply divorced. Typically, I would spend like $50 a person and feel pressure that anything less than that, unless it's something fantastic came up and was under that, but I would never go under like 40. And that's before shipping, people, you know, and then I have to ship them all that stuff. I mean, I was spending a fair amount of money per person, more than was reasonable due to our income, probably. Partly because I'm an older sister, I always have kind of felt like that, like I want to bestow nice things.
Mom!
Yes.
It was time for the fire! Come on!
Okay. But
And you know our room.
The truth is I don't really know what is cool to, you know, 20-somethings. What are you doing? I almost have to do my dancing dance. But I have plans. My plans are to make all baked products. Alright, you need me to dance with you? Alright. I'll have to continue this a different day.